There we go. Okay, let me make sure everything's looking good. Okay. We'll get started. Bad tide approaching. For those of you who are watching after the fact, hopefully you've seen some of the prior live streams, and then we'll give a quick recap. So I think in today's episode we're going to try and do our best to get all the way across. That way we can actually get access to the scrap metal over here. And then we're also focusing on getting some more tubes up and running. We want to get a station set up right here. This one's going to be a little bit easier to do. It requires metal blocks and planks. And we have quite a bit of both that we'll need to use for this. We have a good amount of planks so far. Running a little bit low on metal blocks. And we have a good amount of scrap metal stored up. So that is at least that. And then we also have a few water sources. We have a new one over here. I think in the last episode we got it up and running. And so we have this aquifer drill that we constructed. It's pumping out a bunch of water. We have these water pumps. And I think we're trying to transition our beavers away from the water pumps in the middle. Right over here, since we're using this for food and also for irrigation for the crops and trees. So anything we can do to keep this water serving only one function of irrigation, that would be fantastic. Because we also have water up here, and that means that we do have access to pump water over here. We have the bad water diversion system that is, I think it's functioning now because we have this sluice, so the bad water's not coming back. And we have these sluices. These are set to close below contamination of 2%. These ones set to close above contamination of 5%. So we should always have basically one out for the water. Or for the bad water, I should say. We could probably go right here. So this is all not high priority. We're going to make this lowest. We're going to put 2 of those there. 2 of these here. We don't need the path going across anymore. And then we'll get some more tubes right along here, and then we'll connect into this. And then we also don't need these. And we'll add that final tube in. Then we can have it connected. Obviously we need to put one right here, but for all of this, lowest priority. Because we only have the scrap metal collectors and this bad water pump right here. And we actually don't even have a lot of storage. I think I was going to add in, oh, I know what it was. So I put in some storage right here for bad water, but then I decided I want to collect bad water over here since it's a bigger pool. And then we have some bad water in reserve basically during a drought when the water's not flowing. I see we have someone who's joined the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you've seen any of the previous ones, or if you want a little bit of background. I didn't see when you joined in, so. And then we currently have this aquifer drill paused because we don't really need water here at the moment. Right now, I want to make sure we have enough wood. We're doing good on logs. We have 700. We have some trees over here that we can chop down if needed. I'm just worried that we might at some point run into a wood shortage. But as soon as we can get everything constructed over here, which starts with this one, and then we can go along here, add in that two-way station. Ooh, we can do this. We can move it right here. And then we can start getting some deep bad water pumps. Those go 6 down, I believe. Yeah, maximum depth is 6. So we could go all the way to the bottom, which means... what do we have? We don't have any of these overhangs yet. We have 4,000 science. I think if we went with a... ooh. Yeah, I think a 3x1 would be sufficient. As long as we are overhanging, I think this level, that would be fine. So we could... let's go like this. We'll have 5 along there. And then we'll have some like this. Unlock the overhang. And that will give us plenty of space. So we can start with 4. We'll lower these. And then add in some deep bad water pumps. And then we'll have to get some storage set up for them as well. Looks like right here we have a 3x3 grid available. Might as well do this. Continue all the way over. And then at this point, we can transition into having just those, but we can lower the priority on all of this. It's not quite essential. And then let's see. This way we're not doubling back. We'll have this set to bad water. And then we can go from there. In terms of priority, we have lots of stuff to work on. I don't think this all is super important. It looks like they will be targeting this first, which I think makes sense. Basically, as they can, they'll start working on everything over here. This will just give us a more constant bad water source because we already have access to bad water. And we're not even utilizing the power effects that we could get from bad water over here. So, not the end of the world. And then all this is lower because we don't really need to have access to this, at least for now. I think down the road we can get some crops or trees up here, especially once we have this aquifer drill running more consistently. And then I guess taking a quick health check of our colony. We have a good amount of wood and planks, gears. We're a little bit short on treated planks. We have a good amount of coffee, that's good. And then we have some of the raw materials for food. In terms of food itself, we only have kohlrabi and fermented cassavas. We did remove a bunch of these. I guess we marked a bunch of these to be chopped down. I think we should unchop them or unmark them. That way we can have some of these trees grow up and produce some more mangrove fruits. And then since we are playing as the Iron Teeth, we actually want berries, but it looks like we don't have any right now. So that could start impacting our breeding. Canola seed. We don't have any storage for canola seed. Should probably add that. We're going to add this, switch mushrooms to canola seed, and then this one will be set to mushrooms because we don't even have a hydroponic garden yet, so we don't really need mushroom storage yet. Then we have 1 day until the bad tide. This closes above contamination, so I think that should be fine. We can... Ooh, we're completely balanced on jobs. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll need to have some more jobs for the beavers coming up soon. We can bump that up. We still have some inventor's huts over here. We're doing good on power in this system. Let's see, we have this not connected to this system. I don't know if I was intending to connect it. I feel like I was. Let's see if I set myself up. Oh, I want to do this. I want to look down. We have these 3 power shafts, but that is it. So I guess I wasn't worried about connecting in. Maybe since I'm going to lower all this here. Not sure. So we have some more people joining the stream. Welcome. Let me know if you guys are first timers or if you are seasoned veterans to these live streams. I saw that Sand Artist commented that he's not going to be able to make it to today's stream. Which I'm pretty sure he's been to every stream so far. So I think he deserves not going to one. That's family stuff, understandable. So we have another smelter, since we need metal blocks. Planks we're doing good on. Gears as well, we're doing fine. But I think I should plant some more blueberries. This honestly wouldn't be a bad spot to do that. We have some treated planks. I'm trying to think of what I'm using them for. Because we already have all the irrigation barriers set up. We are going to see how this whole thing functions. So that's going to be interesting. So if we're going to be planting some berries, then I want to make it so that it makes sense in terms of the location. Oh, the bad tide has started. Let's do this. Switch some of these jobs. And everyone is hungry. Not loving that. We can pause all of these. And then let's pause that as well. We should start to see some bad water spawning from here. See how long it takes. There's that one. Hopefully the irrigation barrier should stop any spreading. So But over here, and then over here. Did they switch something? Seems like there should be bad water coming out. Maybe they turned that feature off? Has there been an update lately? Hold on, I'm gonna check. And then let's look at Steam. Oh, there was a small update. Oh my gosh. Aquifers and bad tide drains. Aquifers now only produce water and only do so during temperate weather. This also means that drills no longer consume power during droughts or bad tides. Ancient aquifer drills model to have smaller supports. Okay, I have missed one of the patch notes, so I'll have to check that out. But I guess that just completely negates this system and this one as well. Well, okay, I guess we didn't need to do that. I think it does make it a little bit easier. I don't know if it was necessary. I don't know. If we have some viewers sitting around, this guy, okay, he is just maxed out on cassavas and corn. We're not processing corn yet. How are we doing on soybeans? We don't have that many fermented soybeans, so what is it? Okay, look at, they do have this tube station up and running. Fantastic. Fermented cassavas, fermented soybeans. Do we need to add more? We're not short on canola oil. Yeah, we have so much. %69% productivity, 96%. Oh my goodness. Maybe we should switch it, because this guy, he could just use a canola oil right there. He's going to switch to soybeans. He's going to switch to cassavas. I think that should be a little bit more efficient. And then we should probably add another fermenter and then focus on soybeans. But I do also need to just plant some blueberries somewhere. This guy can reach all the way over here, so there's never going to be bad water coming out of this system. So, that is good to know. I think we should add some blueberries over here, and we should also clear this because we don't need that, and then just add in some levees over here, and then might as well open this up. Yeah, we can just set these to open once we have placed those down, and then at which point we'll just have some more irrigated land. This is going to be a little different because this is up a bit. We'll get some irrigation up here, but not quite as much. Might be worth lowering all this in the future. But for now, let's see what our reach is. Okay, we can get over here. I think that it's worth just getting a cheeky little path over here. Bump that up. And then we can add a forester. And let's make sure he can contribute. Yeah, he can reach a lot over there. We want to kind of dual purpose this guy, because he can help out with replanting some of this. This guy primarily focuses over here. And then this one, and then some blueberries. So let's get some blueberries planted here. Like that, maybe? I think we can start out with that. I think... Okay, we have 2 beavers who don't have a job. That is not something we want. I think at this point, we have a bad tide going. This guy's still getting bad water. This is a more dangerous job, but it's worth it because we have basically some beavers that, if they're incapacitated, we're not going to be, it's not going to be the end of the world. But we do need to make sure we have enough power. They're not producing enough now, so we need to turn this on and prioritize it by haulers. Let's look at all of these workplaces, and then we can make sure everything is balanced. Let's go to the bottom first. Scavenger flag, we have one that's lower. I think we can probably make some of those jobs lower. Let's go take a look real quick. Where are we collecting scrap metal? Over here. Okay. So we have 4 of them. Low. Let's make this one lowest and then bump that up to normal. And then we have a good amount. We're actually almost maxed. We're going to drop another one of these to lowest. And then let's check on some of the other workspaces. We have some scavenger flags, lumberjack flags, and inventor's huts. So we have 5 inventor's huts. They're all lowest because we don't really need them working in there. 2 of the lumberjack flags are lowest. 2 are higher. I think that makes sense. So now we have 9 jobs that are bottom of the barrel, and then going up a little bit. Probably shouldn't have anything else that is lower. Hauling post set to medium low, that's fine. All the foresters, I want those up. Fermenters. Farmhouses, we'll for now have all those up. I think I'll probably lower one of those. Every water pump is highest. We'll always want at least 1 builder's hut, so we'll keep that. I think that all makes sense. Yeah, we have plenty of jobs that the beavers will pull from if we start running short on beavers. We can probably lower this one to normal because this guy seems like he's always sitting around. This guy is helping out with crops down here. We have maxed out cassavas still. And then we're doing fantastic on cassavas there. We have some more kohlrabi. This guy is still at 69% productivity. So I guess we're really just waiting on all this over here. We'll speed it up just a little bit. Still have plenty of beds, plenty of children. We need some more jobs for the beavers. We already have a lot of haulers. We have 4 builders' huts, including the district center. We have some extract. Oh, do we not have any storage? No, we do not. Let's get some storage set up. Where do I want to put that type of storage? Bad tide has ended. We are beginning cycle 9. And I'm thinking about storage. I think we could do this and replace this with a larger tank because we have so much canola oil. Get rid of that one. We'll let the beavers collect that as they can. And then this will be where we store extract. Probably should get some... Oh, these guys are not productive. Let's prioritize that by haulers. Might even want to have some bad water storage over here so they can just collect from there. Might make sense. We can detonate that. And get this large tank placed down, set it to extract. Wow, we are maxed out on coffee. Hey, sand artist, you made it. Right now we are working our way over, trying to get all this constructed. We're a little bit short on scrap metal, or on metal blocks, I mean. I think we need to start prioritizing that by haulers and this by haulers. This we have a good system set up. I should probably do that over here as well. This guy is sitting around. It's probably because he's waiting for the haulers to show up. No sound, just watching. All good. We can have, I guess, 2 sets of piles. This one will be set to metal blocks. I guess we don't even... Yeah, we'll do that. Metal blocks. And scrap metal. This one is to supply. No, this one we'll just accept. Prioritize both of these by haulers. We now have 8 beavers without a job. That is a little much. Let's start adding in some more jobs. More water pumpers. Keep going along here. And then we'll make sure that all these are highest on the priority list. And then we can unpause some of these. Pause this guy because I don't think he's collecting anything now. And then go like this. We can get rid of these 3. And then we'll even delete these ones. And let's plant some more mangrove fruits. Also make sure this guy can reach it. Oh, he can reach almost all of it. He cannot reach those ones. Tragic. This guy can reach, he can reach those 4, but not these 2. Okay. We'll just clear those ones for planting. Yes. They are working on this. Metal blocks, yeah, we're short on those quite a bit. We have a lot of unemployed beavers though, so we are going to add another smelter. Let's see what we need for the mine. That's 4,000 science. We need a bucket of treated planks, a lot of gears, a lot of wood. Thankfully we have, well actually we're running a little bit short on wood now. These guys can reach all this. It's all marked just about to be chopped down. They have places to store the wood. We don't want this to be low, so we're gonna bump that up. That's normal. That's normal. That's high. So we should have you guys are enjoying breakfast? That's good. You should yeah, spend some time with your family. Chick-fil-A. Classic. An American staple. Okay, we gotta pause some of these breeding pods. We have a lot of unemployed beavers. Let's get this one bumped up. And then we can start. We'll get rid of this one. And then we'll get another wood workshop because we're gonna need a lot of treated planks. Pump that up as well. Prioritize it by haulers. We need more haulers? We might. Because there is nothing in here right now. I vote we do that. We get rid of this guy. Delete this. And then get a hauling post right here. Bump that up to 10. We'll leave it at normal since we already have this one that's lower. So they're maxed out on extract because we don't have any metal blocks to construct this large tank. And then we'll have extract in here. Still have 6 vacant jobs. Okay, well I think we can unpause both of these now, because we don't have to worry about a bad tide ever coming through here. We have some green space that we can utilize. We can just have this set to closed. This one can just be set to open. Might as well have some water to irrigate. And we could honestly remove all these irrigation barriers. Jay Sean, welcome. Retracted. Good morning. Is this a... Okay, so we have... Oh, we have no wood in here. Okay. There we go. Now we have enough wood. At this point, we can just remove these irrigation barriers. Have the greenery spread. Then we can also collect some of these treated planks. Jay Sean, did you see the most recent updates to Timberborn and some of the things that they changed? We can also add some irrigation barriers right over here. We will need to move that. You should check them out, because one of the big changes, I haven't looked through everything, I've only looked during the stream, but one of the big things is that these aquifer drills, including the ancient ones, they no longer produce bad water. They only produce water. So they just dry up during droughts and bad tides now, which kind of negates this whole diversion system that I was working on in the last episode, as well as this diversion system over here, which means that we can set this to open. And so we'll just have a little bit more irrigation over here. It makes it a bit easier. I was kind of looking forward to seeing how well these functioned and if we were going to need to make adjustments. But I mean, I guess it makes it a little bit easier, so it's not the worst thing. So we have water flowing through here. We don't really need it. So I'm going to pause that. And then we'll pause that again. And there's a lot of scrap metal they're moving around. Thankfully we're still doing good on scrap metal. Metal blocks are doing fine. Actually, we're not doing fine. We are short on metal blocks. We're producing them as fast as we can. Looks like they are storing some of them. You like the change? You didn't like that it made bad water when it's off. Yeah, that part was interesting. I think it did make it more difficult. Maybe a little bit too difficult. You kind of had to really prioritize those if you were going to use them. And then I saw they had a new map as well, which I'm looking forward to seeing what that one's like. We are actually dropping in food a bit. We only have 1.1 thousand. So I need to make some more food production areas. Let's figure out also. So I want to add in another fermenter. Maybe even two. Because we'll want to get some more cassavas fermented and then also some more soybeans fermented. And so we can do it on the backside here. I do intend to have a path going along this way. I could always do it over here. Add in this, and then we can start. We have 900 science, that is enough. Start lowering all of this. Triple dynamite. I don't know if it's... How are we doing on dynamite? 159. I think it's worth saving a little bit of science for now. And just doing single. So we'll go over here. And then do some single dynamite. Just to get this all to the same level. And don't worry about this down the road. And then we can lower these on the priority list. Have these ones focus on first. You missed the last stream. You had to go to competition with your daughter. Ooh, interesting. Yes, that sounds familiar. You did recommend, yeah, the bad water power, which we will be utilizing it over here at some point. At the moment, I mean, connecting it into other stuff, that's kind of I think the issue. We could always use some power shafts going over to here to power this. What's it called? Timer cruncher. We should probably get a food processor, food factory. Does that even... Can you even get injured in this? Because it says it in these ones. Yeah, so I guess the bots can't get injured in the food factory. That's cool. We only have one of the foods that we can make, and that's corn. Ancient water pumps, I don't think they work during the drought. I don't think that either of the drills work during droughts or bad tides now. This guy is fairly productive. We could probably prioritize that by haulers. Getting over here, I feel like I should have made some tubes. Wait, how would that even worked? Right now we have a tube station here. I'll lower all this and then maybe make some tubes going down here. We'll have a little middle place. Could always go over here and then under to connect this in. Okay, this needs to be completed. We are so close. So these guys are just sitting around. Don't really want that. We have an injured beaver. I think he just got injured in here. So we have this. Okay, I think I do need to focus on food production fairly quickly. So I need to be able to find out where I can fit it in. Because right now this is like our main production hub. I do have some area on the back side. We can always do this. I'm gonna have a path going along here. Connect those in, but it's just how do you connect these in? I don't really want to go all the way around. Let's see, we could use the tunnels. It's a bit of science. How close are we to getting over here? We are still a ways away. They finished this, so they're just going one at a time because it's a bit of a trek over here. Underground power. Yeah, we have that for this. So that'll get us some power on this side. Or are you talking about for the bad water power? Because we could also do that. The only thing I need to be careful of is not having bad water go into here. Because we would not want that. So they are starting on some of these irrigation barriers. I think I'm going to bump all this up to higher. Because we do want to make sure they can construct this fairly soon. You have 572 scrap metal. And you're starting to run a little bit low over here. So if we can just at least get over here, then we'll have access to some more scrap metal. Otherwise, we'll have to basically just make some paths going over here to collect this. Yeah, started this tubeway going over here in the last episode. So this is a major feat. Looks pretty cool. It is definitely a big project. Yeah, it's going to be resource intense to get here, but we get permanent access to scrap metal from the ruins under here. So we'll just have to get a mine set up. And so making sure we have enough of all of these is going to be important. Looks like we're starting to go up in treated planks. We do have the second wood workshop that is now prioritized by haulers. And then we still have these 3 gear workshops plus a 4th one over here. And then we're running a little bit short on wood. We've chopped all this down. You know, oh, he can't reach. He can't reach. So we can't reach any of that over there. We have these trees. They're marked to be chopped down. Oh, do we have a tooth grindstone over here? I do not think so. I think we should add that. And then this guy. You know, if we cut out a little hole right here, then we could probably expand his range a bit. I think we're gonna do that. We'll go right here. He'll come out and he'll have access to this. We could get him up here. If we just do this. Oh, I think I wanted to connect this in. I don't know what purpose that serves, but wanted to do that. We could probably add another forester over here soon. You have some green space. If we cut in this way with some of the water, that would give us some more green space over here. Could probably stand to lower this. And also this huge little mountain in the middle. See you, sand artist. I know you weren't listening, but we'll see you at the next one. So I think we should think about tunneling. 5.5 thousand science. We have plenty of planks. And then we have some extract. We have enough explosives. So where should we go under? We can always just go under right here. Do we want to be more direct though? Right now we can get over in both directions. This is getting power. We could go underneath here. And then pop up right here, maybe? I kind of like that idea. Although we're not really saving that much time. Might just be easier to unlock the tunnel and then just to go this way. I can't see it all. We'll go down all the way. And I went to the wrong tab. Went one too far. So they should be able to work on all of that. And then we'll need to go one above. Right? Because then we could do a spiral staircase up and that should work. We have 6 vacant jobs, but 2 of those are scrap metal. We used to have some more inventor's huts. It looks like we're down to 3. And then we have only 1 lumberjack flag. So we probably want to change some of this. This can be, do we want to be lowest? I think we can have that as lowest. This will be lower. Yeah, because we have 3 hauling posts right now, and that is plenty for us. Looks like they are starting to place down some dynamite up here. Once they place all the single dynamite, we'll detonate it and then place down some double. That way we can just have all this detonated at once. Food is still dropping. Yes. Let's do this. Let's get that set up. Bump these up, which they can't reach them yet. But as soon as we get the tunnel set up, they'll be able to get over here and we can start processing food. And then we can also, the food factory, that's only 300 science. We can unlock that. We'll have that set up over here. This will be set to corn. Oh, I think we won't be able to connect it this direction. Because I think that the power only goes in right here. It's not on the sides. Can it connect from below? Let's see. They're not constructing any of this yet. I just want to see if we can actually physically connect in. Food factory. Yeah, that connects in. Okay, so they can connect in from below. Can we? I don't know if we can actually see it, unfortunately. But we're gonna. Oh, don't work on that. Oh no. They could reach that, unfortunately. Look at that. What we can do though, so we have this. We're just gonna go in this direction because we'll have the fermenter, and then we need to go one more. We can bump these up. Yeah, I guess we don't exactly need... Oh, wait. Can they not reach this? They can reach it. I see you said triple dynamite. I'm just trying to save a little bit of science. Because the tunnels... I guess that actually won't be necessary. But we're doing it anyways. Because once we place all this down... I'll be able to go over here. Well, that's fine. Okay, we have this. Detonate. And then we'll add in the double dynamite all through here. We'll just have like a wall on the backside. So we don't... Oh, I guess they're working on this one already. This can be switched to single dynamite. As soon as you finish this one, we can place in a spiral staircase and connect everything in. So we can remove 1, 2, and then we'll high prioritize this so they'll have access to get over here, and then we can place down these fermenters, and then we can also get the food factory up and running. Oh, you said will the triple dynamite hit the tunnel? I don't know how it would have worked. I assume it just goes down as far as it can before it's not hitting dirt. Because if you place triple dynamite when you're only 2 tiles above like the bottom, it doesn't go down more, it just stops. So I'm assuming that's what they would have done for this. But look at that. They're working on all this. We have some planks. We are doing great on planks. We don't actually need quite as many. We did add 2 lumber mills during the last episode. We can probably stand to pause one of them. We now have some more unemployed beavers. What can we do? One thing we could do is rearrange this a little bit. We have this gap on the backside. Is there any benefit to leaving that? I don't think so. I think we could shift these sideways and then fit in some more. That's what I'm thinking. Let's start with this. Get a builder's hut. High prioritize it. And then we can build a second one, which we can't utilize yet. We'll also high prioritize it, and then as soon as they build both of these, we can get rid of this one and turn it. I just don't want to get rid of all our builders to build the builders' huts. Are we gonna build any more farms? I think right now our issue is processing the food, not growing it. At least for some of it. Like cassavas, these are all just maxed out. And we don't actually have cassava storage. We should switch this to just plain cassavas. Because we have a good amount of fermented cassava storage. 1200. Well, in the long run, I definitely am going to build more farms. Up here is somewhere I'm thinking about building a farm. Also up here, just because it's close to this farm. So we can detonate that. We'll get down these vertical power shafts. High prioritize these. And then do the same for the fermenters. This one will be set to fermented cassavas. This one, fermented soybeans. And then bump them both up. Make sure we get that path in. And this food factory looks like it shows it's connected, which is excellent. Set it to corn rations. We can fit another fermenter over here. At the moment we don't need one, but we will place one down, not high prioritize it. This will be fermented mushrooms, and then we'll start thinking about getting access to some more food. We are doing great on water. We should probably, oh, forgot about this. Let's detonate that, detonate that. We're doing okay on wood now, which is excellent. Add a couple of those. So this guy, oh, I guess it doesn't increase his range that much. Maybe once they actually construct this, it might show it. Yeah, I'm not growing mushrooms yet, but I will. There's a lot of water over here. This may be a good spot. Only thing is that it's really far from this fermenter. We should get a tube station, because we have this one. We should get a tube station going over here, or sorry, some tube ways getting over here soon. And then probably also have one, an intermediate one around here. Although, some of those require metal blocks, I think. They all do. Well, we're actually doing okay on metal blocks. 135. Where is that humongous system? We're over here. Going one at a time. Yeah, it's, so far it's working out pretty well. I think we're not at a critical point where we need one. We have a lot of water storage, and so that's kind of what we're using it as a reservoir in a sense. Man, we have 5 beavers who are unemployed. Let's get rid of this. Connect this one in, and then we can rotate. Get that builder's hut. I prioritize it, and then in the end I don't know if we can actually fit that much more. Dang it. Well, we have to get rid of some of these overhangs here and then shift the path over. I don't know if that's realistic. So even if you shift it over 1, we have a 4x3 grid which fits 2, but you need that access to the doorway. We do have some homeless beavers. We have an area where you can put some more houses. Although we could also place these with larger barracks. We'll wait until the morning. Let's fast forward, then we can do that. Looks like we have a few people who joined the stream. Am I gonna go for dirt? I will go for dirt. I think that's a dangerous job. Yeah, high chance of injury. I'm trying to reduce how many high injury jobs that we're using until we get bots. But I haven't even started on bots yet. So that means I should probably start shifting my focus towards that. Bump that up, and then we'll just do the same for this. And then we can also just place 2 more houses right here. We will not high prioritize them, since adding, I think, these ones, they add 6 apiece. So an additional 12 beds. And I think we only had 6 beavers who were homeless. I don't like seeing that. Oh, I know why. It's because we didn't put paths in. There we go. So now that we are down to 300 food, we have both of these jobs. Let's prioritize them by haulers. And that one and this one are also prioritized. These jobs will bump up. Do the same for the corn in the food factory. What's the recipe? Corn and wood. We have, how much corn do we have? 188, no storage for corn. We have some over here. It's not a lot of corn, to be quite honest. We'll need to add some more corn growing facilities. Yeah, we have ingredients for food. Most of it looks like it's canola oil, but in terms of edible food, not a whole lot. So we have some water pumpers. We're doing good. We're not going up like crazy fast. You know, it would be nice to have this be somewhere we can pump water from and not worry too much about it. What we could always do is kind of make ourselves our own reservoir, lower this area, and then just have some water pumpers in here. Might be something fun to do. We have a bad water spawner right there. I see we do have some more injured beavers. We have 11 incapacitated. That is almost certainly stemming from the centrifuge. So we'll need to make some more beds. Let's just make a bucket of beds over here. Not the decontamination pod, we want this. Let's make something good for them. Well-being. No, decoration. Unlock this. Place it here. And then we'll give them a beaver statue. Okay, now those injured beavers can try and recover. These guys are sitting around. Corn is still maxed out. Okay, I need to start working on... because we are making more food at least. I probably should get another farm going. Oh, look it, we have these guys who are pumping. So this guy is out. We're gonna bump this up a little bit. We have some metal blocks, so that's fine. But we want to get some more storage over here for them. And then let's finish off these irrigation barriers. And then we need to figure this out. We still have some scrap metal. They're getting closer. But for now, what we're going to do is disconnect this. Add in those irrigation barriers. And then just go up and over. We do want to work on this. Make sure we can get everything put down. And then that should block all this from being contaminated. And then we can get another farmhouse over here. Start growing some more food. We do need to turn this back on. So this will permanently be on. I think we're going to not try and collect water from here, since this will be a farming area. And then we'll leave the water collection over here, because trees and blueberries can handle a drought a little bit longer. Okay, so that added like no distance, unfortunately. I thought that was going to be a smart play, but I guess not. We have some wood. Not quite as much as I was hoping. But we can add some more trees. We have a lot of space over here. I kind of want to save some of this for fun activities. We have the exercise plaza, a wind tunnel, or a motivatorium, maybe a mud bath. We do have a drought approaching. Okay, we have all of these. Let's get rid of this. Then we can detonate this. Oh, is this where I'm gonna have the tubeways go? I think. Because I was gonna have it connect in, I guess, going this way, and then up here. Because let's see, we have the bad water spawner. We have 2 aquifers that are down here. So if those turn on, that's going to start pushing water over here. There is a small little outlet underneath. But if it starts flooding everything, then it could potentially go this way. Which is why I have 1 levee. We'll have some more going across once we get over here. Food is starting to rise again. That is good news. We don't have any storage for corn. We can change that. We seem to be storing food over here, which I think that makes sense. Let's get another large warehouse. This is set to fermented mushrooms. We're going to switch this to corn. This one will be switched to fermented mushrooms. And then for the third or fourth time, I'm going to talk about getting a hydroponic garden set up. Let's unlock it at least. This goes through water quite a bit, but I think we're doing good for now. We probably want some more water storage over here. We have all the space above the water, so I think we should utilize that. We could add some more pumpers over here. And then where do we want to go for storage? We can always just go up. Well, being went up a little bit. We're only at 22. That is not great. I think we could probably improve on that. We can fit some storage right here. Can we go across this thing? Nope. That would have been cool. So if we go storage here, we can always go across if we need to cross this direction, because we don't actually even need these irrigation barriers anymore. And they can reach all those, so they'll get those as they can. We'll add some more water storage. Get rid of this one soon. And then we need to connect this tubeway into these other tubeways. I'm not growing mushrooms yet, but I got distracted once again. So we're going to put the hydroponic garden. We have this area where we're going to do some more pumping. Tunnel underground from water pump area to expand growing area. It's not a bad idea. Ooh, you know what we could do? If we tunneled under here, and then we had this as green space, we could go underground and then make like a pressurized system that would basically just fill up. And since it's this level is lower than this, it would basically always have green space as long as we have water up here. We also have this area we can utilize. So I'm gonna get some more water pumpers placed down real quick. And then if we go to highest priority for the workplace, copy the settings and then just apply that here. Like that little emoji, Jay Sean. So those hydroponic gardens, I'm going to add a few. I want to stack them, I think. Okay, so it doesn't need to be right here exactly. It can be offset a little bit. I think I do want it kind of close to where the tubeways could be. That way we can get all the resources shifted over here fairly easily. We have some birch right here. We don't really need birch anymore. Let's start going vertical a bit, because we have all this space that we are not utilizing. We have the path that we want going around here. let's see. I'm doing a lot of thinking. I'm not talking as much. So what I'm thinking about right now is once we connect this tubeway station into the one down here, I was just kind of expecting we'd go underground and then go up to connect in, but then continuing the tubes going this direction, underground seems less feasible. And so I'm thinking we'll want to go up. I do want to keep the paths accessible, so we can't really... I don't know if we'd want to disconnect this one. So we can always go up and then back this direction. So maybe we clear the planting area for these. And then these are almost grown up. Some of them are. But I'm also planning ahead a little bit. So like I don't need to have this stuff figured out right this second. So basically, if we consider the ground level as like level 1, that'll be reserved for walking and paths. Level 2 is where I'll have the tubes for easy maneuverability. So we can shift this way, probably have a tube station somewhere over here. And then level 3 is where I think I'm going to have some of the hydroponic gardens. And so what I'll want to do is basically build it up so we have some platforms. I could do vertical tubeways, but I don't know exactly the route I want to take, so I can just do some platforms for now and then use the normal tubeways underneath. A little bit less efficient, but a little bit more flexible. And then at this level is where I'm going to start placing down those hydroponic gardens. You can also set that to water. And then unfortunately, we cannot do a double platform above the lumberjack flag. I do not like that. But I think we can do this. Yes, we can. Then we'll go double platform right here. And as long as we can get up here, which we have some space over here, which we can actually repurpose this. We'll remove this for now. And then we'll go like this. And then we'll go past all along here. Drought has started. Let's pause these water pumpers. And then realistically we should pause like all these. And then we can go up like this. I'm going to high prioritize a lot of this stuff. We'll have that right there. Because I want to fit a few hydroponic gardens up here. Here, and then almost. We can fit another one. And I think for now we'll just stick with mushrooms for both of these. And let's make sure this is all bumped up. I think that's good. I think that is good for now. Treated planks. Oh my gosh, we're almost maxed out. Let's make sure we have enough storage so we can keep producing those. Have our production facilities. Food is going up. water is way lower. We were at like 4,500. Oh, it's because we disconnected this one. Wait, okay, yeah. Now we're at 4,500. Cool. Had to take your daughter to work. Might be back before I finish. I'll probably be on another half hour, so if not, I'll catch you at the next one. Thank you for joining, Jay Sean. We have a bunch of unemployed beavers. That's because we paused all these water pumpers. So, kind of a temporary thing. We could always get some inventors huts. It's not a bad idea. Basically just a summer job for them. Oh, we are so close. Look at that. So freaking close. Okay, well that's good. We'll have them over here. We are running low on scrap metal. I assume that we ran out. So where are we? Wrong spot. All turned around. We are not. We just have... Wow, we've just been using a lot of metal blocks, I guess. Or I guess producing a lot of metal blocks. But regardless, we will be here soon. We have only 2 of these scrap metal collectors. We'll have a few more added over here. And then we'll add a single lumberjack flag. And then this guy will chop down all of these trees. Or as many as he can reach. And then let's lower one of those. Those 4 will be normal. That should be enough. But we do need to think about the mine. Let's see, 4,000 signs. We have 5.3 right now. I think it's worth unlocking and then starting to construct it. They'll basically work on it as they can. The efficient one, that requires extract, I think. It does. How much extract do we have? We have 230, but we're going to need it for other things as well. I think for now we can leave it as the efficient recipe. We'll need to make more of these. But really, what we need to do, which I've been procrastinating, which I don't even know why I'm procrastinating it, but we need to start getting these bot parts up and running. So we'll do 3 of these, 2 of these, because that's just the optimized ratios, bot chassis, bot limbs, and bot heads. We need to make sure they can actually get up to the 2nd level, which I don't know how I'm going to get them over there right now. We have space behind. Don't really want to do that. How tall are these fermenters? They are definitely taller than 2. What we could do is we remove these, we go up 1 more level, and then we start thinking about going over here. We can't go up over those, but we can over this. Can we? I think we can go over engines. We can go over that. Let's do it like this. We'll go 2 and 2s. We'll do a triple overhang, and then I think triple, and we'll go triple on this side as well. And then we can just go across there. That's the wrong one. Then we can go like this maybe. Have some more space. I think that kind of makes sense. Can't go over those. That's a little disappointing. Oh, we can't go over this one either. That's funny. Well, maybe we should relocate these. We can go like this, and then these 6s should be able to reach over. Yeah. But I don't want it to be offset really. I might make these 5s. Or no, what I can do is this. Maximize the space that we have. We'll go like this. Okay, we don't even need overhangs right here. What we can do is just go triples because we're not overhanging, and then singles, and then 6 all the way across. And then the question still remains, how do you get up here? Having a tubeway end up on top of here would be most ideal. You could start working on going over there. Start going up. So we need to keep going up. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Go triple. And then we'll need to go up. Oh, I guess we could just use the overhang now. That is 5. Yeah, we need the 5. 1.8 thousand science. Did I already unlock everything I need? Grease factory is not unlocked, but we have the efficient mine unlocked. Yeah, I think we can afford to unlock this 5x1. We'll go like that. Ooh. You know, I probably didn't even need to do that because I think it'll be worth going this way instead. And then going like this. That is what I'm thinking. But I don't think we can actually do it. Well, actually we could. We can do this. Right here. We'll just need to make sure we bump these up. We want to have them finish it sooner. So we don't need this one right here. And we'll just have to construct it from up top. I still do want to lower all this. That way we have some usable space for putting more buildings. So we have a lot going on. We have one one vacant job, I should say. I kind of want to add some more builders' huts. We have room over here. If we remove this one tree and place a platform, we can place a builder's hut, fit one back here, and fit one right here. But we can start with this. And so we have lots of jobs to pull from. Ooh, well, let's quickly check. Look at that. We are over here collecting scrap metal, which is good because we're getting a little bit low. This guy is chopping. Oh, he's going to miss this one tree. That's okay. We're doing good on wood. We are not doing good on berries. Oh, because we probably... So these ones are almost grown, but we don't even have a gather flag over here. So let's... Instead of removing some berries, we can just add the gather flag right here. We'll bump that up. Same with that. And then we can have some more berry collection coming up soon. And so now that we have constructed this, we have access to a lot more scrap metal, and then we are in the process of getting permanent scrap metal access. So we have that, so we're not worried about using up our scrap metal on metal blocks. And we have one of these left. We can get rid of 3 of these. This guy will get the rest of that, and then we can empty that. Just get it out of there. And we probably should make some storage over here as well. We can do some rearranging over here. I think we could get some storage. We'll have storage right here. I mean, we should just utilize 3 dimensions if we can. We'll go offset. Set that to scrap metal. And then we'll... No, I just want to copy it. And then we'll go up. So now we have 2 more industrial piles that will be for scrap metal. I think we should prioritize this one, just so we can have somewhere for these guys to empty out their scrap metal too. That'll be right there. That way they're not going all the way back. Oh my gosh, how far do they have to go? So they'll go all the way here to then drop off scrap metal in this. So yeah, we want to make sure they can drop it off here if possible. Prioritize it by haulers. Set it to supply. Yeah. I think that'll be the most efficient route we can go. We are dropping in planks a little bit. So let's turn this back on. Okay, so we have this constructed. Excellent. I just want to make sure we can actually reach everything. I think we'll need to do this. To construct all this, I'm going to have to avoid detonating everything. And then also basically just place a bunch of paths over here. Because as long as we can get these ones constructed, and then I just need to add one more right along here, then we'll have access to this and we can start working our way along this direction. So I just need to add in, I think, a double platform and then a 5 long. I would love it to look consistent. So let's high prioritize this one. Remove this. Remove this. We'll place down a platform on top after we detonate the single one. And then we can do a 6 going this way. We're doing good on bad water, looks like. Yeah, Beaver's working in these jobs. We're using more bad water now because we have the centrifuge, and then we're also making dynamite. Yeah, we're going through both of those. Treated planks, we only have one, and that is because we are dumping all of our treated planks into this. And we're honestly doing pretty good. Same with gears. Doing good on gears. Not short like we are for treated planks. Logs, all things considered, we're doing well. We have plenty of water, which is good news. I was getting a little concerned we were going to run out, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Nothing to do in range. Okay, so we finished that. Good, we have scrap metal storage now. 8 vacant jobs. I assume some of those are in here. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of them are in here. I do not want these guys working more than these. Pump that up. You can detonate this single dynamite. Replace it with one of these, and then we get that overhang set up. Bump that up on the priority list just a little bit. And then I think we don't even need this one really. This we can, oh, the path. As long as we get this one set up and then this one, the viewers can walk over here and construct all this. So that is good to know. I think we should start looking at connecting in this tubeway station to the one over here. And the way we can do that is by removing all these. Looks like these are all dead. So I think that I can just go like that to remove most of them. And then let's go, oh, I'll need a tunnel right here, and then I can go like that. And I think we're just going to tunnel our way over here. We'll tunnel until we get to right here, and then we'll go down, how many? 1, 2, 3. 1.2 thousand signs. Don't have enough, so we'll just go with double for now. And then we'll lower this and we'll just start shifting our way because we have, yes, that's looking good. And then I need to, oh boy, go up a little bit. We'll start right here and go down. Let's double check. Cool. Looks like that all lines up. So we'll have to utilize, I guess we'll just do some stairs that go down so they can construct all those tunnels. We'll go from this direction, I guess. And we have a lot for the beavers to work on. So we should probably change some priorities around. I guess if we want to make any shifts. If I want to get that done, which I kind of do, so let's bump all this up. We'll have to go down once again. And then we'll just bump all of these tunnels up as well, plus this one. And then we'll want to go... Okay, so they did remove this. We'll go down 2. And then we can tunnel across. And then we'll once again go down. Take a look. Okay, I think we don't actually need this tunnel, because we'll have this dynamite detonate that correct level. And so they'll go across. We'll put in the tubes, just the normal tubes, not the vertical tubes. And then we'll start the process of connecting them in. And then, okay, they'll be able to reach all this from the side. We are busy. We got a lot going on. We have 14 jobs that are not occupied. Okay, I'm all turned around. They haven't even constructed this yet. Short on treated planks. Okay, we might need to turn on those breeding pods again. Keep our beavers flowing until we can get... Oh. I didn't even think about this. Okay, hopefully this connects power in. Thank goodness. I can always go around the back side, but I just feel like we could utilize the space. But as soon as we get that constructed, that'll be excellent. And we are in the wet season once again. So we can start unpausing all of these. Let's copy settings. And now we have 22 vacant jobs. Yikes. Let's get that. We just need to place down one of these, bump it up. Okay, 22 vacant jobs is a lot. What jobs did we add recently? We added 2 builder's huts. I guess 3 builder's huts. We added a hauling post. This is now lowest. We can probably make one of these lower. Make 2 of these lower. What are some jobs we can reduce or eliminate? This one is definitely one of them. That is... Let's collect this and just get this all wrapped up. We have a bunch of scrap metal collectors over here, which we need. And they are putting it in here. So that's 5. Minus 1 is 4. I think we should probably leave all these guys on. Oh, this guy, we can pack him. He's not doing anything. I think we need the lumberjack flags to keep going. It's like no one's sitting around, so that... Ooh, we also have these hydroponic gardens working. 70... Oh my gosh, this is almost done. 94%. that's good. I realize that this guy is currently sitting around, but soon we'll have some mushrooms for him. I don't think we're maxed out on anything. Coffee we're doing really good on. I guess we're technically maxed out on that. But just about everything else we're not. Oh my gosh, we have so few planks. We're running short on wood. We're doing a lot right now. And we're running short on food. Okay. The mushrooms will help with that. Okay, I feel like I made a farmhouse. I did not make a farmhouse over here. This can go. We don't need these paths because we have this. We also don't even need any of this. Just move that and collect it so that way we can disconnect basically the paths over here. If we place down a single platform, not this one, we open up the ability to get a farmhouse right here. And then what food should we place? We're not doing great on kohlrabi. That one's pretty easy. We don't need to process it. We'll place kohlrabi around here. And then we'll do some on this back side. And then maybe we should do some more corn. That should give them plenty to do. Guess maybe we could add just a little bit more. More corn. And then we can always expand from there. There's not a whole lot of other green space. We have some over here. We can always get another farmhouse over here if we want. I think this is a good start for expanding our food production on top of having these hydroponic gardens going. I think we should get some more hydroponic gardens. If we go... No. How essential are these at the moment? This guy looks like he emptied everything. This guy is almost there. 31 mushrooms. So what's the ratio? I think it's 4 to 16. 4 mushrooms turns into 16 fermented mushrooms. So we have a good amount. Because we also move some into here for storage. Fermented mushrooms in there. I would like to build up my fermented mushroom reserves. Now, ooh, let's test something out. If I remove this, can I go? Ah, dang it. That would have been nice. Yep, can't even go over here. Well, I need to go up in elevation. I guess we can utilize this spot right here. This actually makes it super convenient. Hopefully I don't have too many things that I have high prioritized. This will be set to mushrooms. I think we'll just try and go crazy on mushrooms for now. Oh my gosh, we have no wood and no planks. Food is still going down. Oh, these guys. Okay. Okay, so we have a lot going on. We need to get some storage for these buildings. Like at least something. So some small warehouses would be sufficient. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good spot for them. We do... Oh, okay. Let's think about this. We have all of this, which is just set to planks. What we could do is place down some small industrial piles along here. Utilize that for storage, which I think he is working on that right now. We'll have that set to bot heads. And then we can just duplicate that. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 and 2. Okay, we're gonna do this. Bot heads, bot limbs, duplicate. This guy will be set to, oh wait. Bot heads, bot heads. I want these to be bot chassis. And then the rest of these ones will be bot limbs. And then we'll need to connect them in. How do I plan to get up here? That I don't know. We have the tube station. Should probably make a tube station over here also. And then maybe we just have a little path going up. We go like this. This is actually perfect because then they'll be able to reach this no problem. It's very close by. Oh, we could even do something because we'll also want, oh, this is what we'll do. Then we'll do this. We'll have another path. We can hold out on these for now. Okay, we can start playing. And then we can go like this, connect the path in, because this is where we're going to have the bot part assemblers. Yeah, so we'll bump this up. We want to get our first one up and running. So we'll just stick with platforms. And there. Bump that up. But we are running low on production materials, and we are going to address that in the next stream. So if you are looking forward to next stream, please let me know. It's going to happen. I think next Saturday I'll try and stream once again, similar time. It will be the Thanksgiving holidays here in the US. So might adjust a little bit. But until then, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. And I will see you guys in the next one. See you, everyone.